Donkey Kong Jr. proves once and for all that Mario is evil. This guy uses alligators and birds to try to kill a baby monkey that's just trying to rescue its father. And if you thought it couldn't get worse, he tries electrocuting him. Bowser wouldn't even do that. I guess this means we can add animal cruelty to the list. Hello everyone, and welcome to my review of Donkey Kong Jr. The first Donkey Kong video I did really well, and I had a ton of fun making it, so here's Donkey Kong Jr. Once again, I'll be reviewing the NES version, which this time actually has all 4 levels from the arcade. This time, the story is that instead of playing as Mario, Mario is the villain, and you play as Donkey Kong Jr., who's trying to save his father. This means that yes, this is the second game called Donkey Kong, where you don't play as Donkey Kong. And this time you don't even play as the first guy you played as. That's for some reason a recurring theme of the Donkey Kong series. Of the first 6 games, you only play one of them as Donkey Kong, and you play as 5 different other people in the others. Now some of you are probably wondering why Donkey Kong doesn't have a son in the country games. And that's because this guy up here is actually Cranky Kong, who was the original Donkey Kong, and the Donkey Kong we know and love from Smash Brothers and the country games is actually Donkey Kong the Third. Now you might be wondering why Donkey Kong Jr. isn't in the rest of the Donkey Kong series. And it's my headcanon that he did so well in Mario Kart that he became a NASCAR driver. Now even though I loved Donkey Kong in the multicade, and the machine had Donkey Kong Jr. as well, I never really played it. Do you want to know why? Because this game is the Dark Souls of monkey games. If you don't know what you're getting into, then you are going to die in this game. Ask anyone who played this game when it came out, and they will tell you it is one of the hardest arcade games ever created, no joke. It makes the game miserable to play at points. In fact, this was the first game I ever distinctly remember rage quitting. The NES game is actually way easier than the arcade version, and I still died a ton here. If you don't believe me, once you're finished with this video, go pull up arcade footage, and just look at how insanely fast everything is. Even in the NES version, it's not like they move slowly. The fall damage that I loved so much in the first game is back. Woohoo! Also a minor complaint, but at one point in the first level, I got glitched and got stuck on a pole, and it took me 34 seconds to get killed, so I just had to keep sitting here. You know what? I feel like I'm being maybe a little too negative. As annoying as it is, there are a ton of redeeming qualities. The climbing system is actually kinda deep. When you're climbing up, you move faster if you hold 2 poles, but if you're going down, you move faster if you're just holding 1. I really like that, it adds a layer of strategy to moving around. On top of that, the art style is way more varied than the first game, and it still looks really good. The music is nowhere near as good as it was in the original, but, I mean, it's not bad. I guess it's about time for me to go level by level with this one like I did with the original. You ever just look at an arcade game and wonder how many coins one level has taken? I'd imagine that the first level of Donkey Kong Jr. is pretty high up on the leaderboard. Structurally, the first 2 levels remind me a lot of the spring and elevator level from the first game. My favorite level, woohoo! Okay, to be fair, it's way better than that level. It's pretty fun, actually, even if it does make me want to cry. The red and blue alligator things are actually kind of fun to avoid, so overall I'd give this level like a 7 out of 10, it's pretty good. The second level, though, is different. You want to know why? Because I kinda hate this one. It has a spring you can jump on, and a conveyor belt of ropes, which are both way cooler on paper. It's very likely that you'll die of fall damage trying to jump onto the ropes here. I do like that you can jump with the spring to the higher platform. It's nice that there are 2 paths in this level, but that isn't enough to save it. Trying to jump on the spring and grab onto the ropes is just frustrating. It's not fun. You also have to deal with Mario throwing birds at you, which is In the third level, Mario tries to electrocute you like the monster he is. But other than that, it's pretty boring. In the arcade, this level feels impossible because of how fast everything is, but with the NES slowing everything down, There's just not much to say. On a side note, what are you supposed to be standing on? I have no idea what this is. The last level serves as a pretty good ending, because it's nice and easy compared to everything else you've been through. All you have to do is push the keys up to the keyholes and you're done. Mario still sends out birds and alligators to kill you, but there's a lot more space to climb on, meaning that it's way easier to dodge them all. Once you put the last key in the keyhole, Donkey Kong and Mario both fall, Mario dies, and Donkey Kong Sr. is free at last. It's pretty funny to think that there's a Nintendo game where you kill Mario at the end, isn't it? So that was Donkey Kong Jr., and overall, it's okay. It's weird to think about how little cultural impact this game had compared to the first one. Even in the spin-offs, Donkey Kong Jr. has only ever been in Super Mario Kart. Although, to be fair, that is way better than the protagonist from the next game. Any of you ever heard of Stanley the Bugman before? Yeah, I didn't think so. It is really cool seeing Mario as an antagonist, though. It's not something I could ever imagine modern Nintendo doing. You know, I like to think that after he died and respawned, this is when he went to the Mushroom Kingdom. And he did so by accident by going through a pipe in the sewers trying to run away from the police. I don't think this game is quite as good as the first one, but it's still worth playing. 6 out of 10, it's okay. And that's about it. Have a good day, everyone.